Let's take out your iPad, open up on Schoology. There are notes. It says 5th hour only, soil notes. We're going to cover soil today. It's not the most fun topic in the world, but it is super important. So let's get that opened up. We're going to watch a video on soil first. So once it's downloaded, just turn your iPads off.
We walk all over it, trample it every day. Yet we need it, like the air we breathe. It's about time that we talk about soil, and certainly about time that we start protecting it. There can be no life without it. It feeds us, and we are responsible for it. Soil is formed from rocks that are decomposed slowly by the sun, the wind and the rain, by animals and plants. In this way, 10 centimeters of fertile soil are created in 2,000 long years, only 10 centimeters in 2 millennia. Soil that we deplete in only a few years, gone forever. Forests and plants protect the soil, but every year 13 million hectares of forest are cut down. Fields are cultivated inadequately. Added to that are monocultures and farming on slopes. After the harvest, fields are left naked and unprotected. All this greatly accelerates erosion. And so, gone with the wind, washed away by water. 24 billion tons of fertile soil were lost in 2011 alone. A loss of 3.4 tons per person worldwide, no matter what age. Erosion costs each person $70 per year, a worldwide cost that amounts to $490 billion, an astronomical amount. Our cities are also growing rapidly. Every year in Europe, an area as large as the city of Berlin is transformed into urban areas. Half of these soils are sealed. This is soil from which nothing can grow. But fertile soil is finite and therefore invaluable. Investors and states have realized this. The race for the soils of the world has already begun. Land grabbing, often with questionable means for questionable purposes. Millions of hectares of land change owner every year. The price? Ruined lives, uprooted families. Usually, these are the poorest of the poor. Often they have no choice. They destroy the forest because they need land to survive. We need healthy and fertile soil, now more than ever. Projections say the available arable land per Earth inhabitant will be reduced by half by 2050. But already today, 1 billion people go to bed hungry night after night. That's 1 billion people too many, and this number will increase every day if we do not distribute soil fairly. If we do not increase yields dramatically on every piece of land, or simply discover a second Earth, but we might not want to rely on that option. Soil and land issues rarely get our attention, or that of our policymakers. We see the full supermarket shelves and believe that things will stay like this forever. We live on credit at the expense of soils, but they are not inexhaustible. We take out money from a bank account into which we never make any deposits. One day, this account will be empty, our credit overdrawn, and our our soils will be gone. But there is good news. We have long known what we must do in order to preserve soils for our children. Let's remember, soil is a sensitive living being who wants to be taken care of. It is not a factory. Everyone has a right to soil. This right must be safeguarded by the law. And we cannot afford to bury our livelihood under a layer of asphalt. Now it's up to us. We must open our eyes and find ways to apply our knowledge, so we don't end up losing the ground under our feet.
Alright, so that kind of sums up that for you guys. Like I said, not the most interesting topic to cover, but we have to do it. So before we go, write down a couple of reasons. Why do you think soil is so important? Michael, what do you think? Why do you think soil is so important? Good. Anybody else? Kevin? Yeah, it grows food, keeps plant life alive, yeah. Basically, we need it to live. Us as humans need soil to live. We need dirt. It grows our food. The soil feeds animals. It feeds the plants that animals eat that we eat. Or it feeds the plants that we eat. We need it to live. It's also the home to so many different plants and animals. But why are we talking about it? We're talking about it because we are losing so much soil every year because of erosion. And like it said in the video, it can take up to 500 years to form 1 inch of soil. And that's a long time for a little bit of soil. So that's an issue. So it purifies our waste. Just, you gotta know, we need it to live. Soil profiles. This is what we're going to be looking at mainly today. So a profile is basically the side view of something. So like, right now you see like the profile of me. This is basically a profile of dirt. So there's going to be 3 distinct layers. It's going to be the topsoil, the subsoil, and the parent material and bedrock. The 3 different layers, they are called horizons. I would star it, underline it, highlight it, something. You will need to know the word horizons and what it is. The rock below the soil that we see is called bedrock. Another thing you might hear it called sometimes is parent rock. It consists of a lot of decayed organic material referred to as humus. Not the hummus we eat, but this humus does give the soil a rich brown color. Yes. Yeah. Am I going too fast for you guys? Are you good? Good, Anthony? Yeah. Okay. Horizons, what are they? Write it down. Max, what is a horizon?
Isn't it the layers?
Yeah, there's 3 layers in a soil profile. The 3 distinct layers of soil in a mature soil profile. Next question. below the soil called? Anthony? Bedrock or parent rock? Good. Questions so far? Okay. Hummus versus hummus. One we eat. Hummus, yum, like 2 M's. That's how I know it. Versus hummus. We don't want to eat this. It's full of dead animal parts, dead leaves. We don't. I would hope that you guys wouldn't want to eat that. But it is rich in organic material and it makes soil nutritious. We need soil in order for it to be good to grow stuff and like very full of nutrients and stuff. It needs the decayed plant and animal remains. It's part of what makes it organic and nutritious. Again, this is what gives the topsoil like the brown color. The B horizon, this is called the subsoil. This is actually the last layer that forms. And I know it's kind of confusing looking at this because it's in the center, but it is the last layer to form. It's called subsoil. This is where all the leached materials from Horizon A end up. We'll kind of go through that more. It's good and it's bad. The other day we were talking about red dirt. That's like the leached materials go through Horizon A, ends up in Horizon B, gives it that red color because of the iron. Any questions so far? Okay, what is the B horizon also called, and then what usually ends up here? Let's write it down. Should be 2 answers. Evan, what do you think?
It's called subsoil.
Okay. These materials end up there. Good. All right, leaching. This is when water, it will soak through the dirt. It picks up any nutrients, anything really that's in Horizon A, and it carries it down to Horizon B. This can be good. This can also be bad. It's good because it will pick up the nutrients and stuff. But it's bad because if there's any like chemicals that you don't want in the subsoil, like on a farm, if they're spraying all their stuff with pesticides and then it rains and it soaks through, all those pesticides, they're going to end up in that subsoil, which is not very good. Just an example is also like if you just put down new seeds and it rains, it will take them down. That's like it's good because it will take the nutrients from the topsoil down to the subsoil. And then the last, the sea horizon. This is where all the weathered bedrock is. This is actually the first layer to form of the soil profile. So in order to have any of this stuff, you have to have the bedrock first. So first we get the bedrock, and then it kind of weathers away, and then we get the topsoil and stuff. And then after this, this is what forms the subsoil, when everything leaches down into it. Questions on this? Okay. The layers of a soil profile. Again, topsoil. What is in here that's super important? Dina, what do you think? What's in here? Yeah, the humus. Weathered bedrock, subsoil, topsoil. This is probably, you might want to star this slide highlighted something to make this slide stand out. This is by far the most important slide on here. Any questions on this slide? No? Okay. Soil conservation. This is where it's super important because we're losing soil with soil erosion, which is the movement of topsoil by water and or wind. We lose soil, but how long does it take for soil to form? It's in the beginning of the notes. Yeah, up to 500 years. It takes a while. So we need to find ways to conserve it. One method is windbreak. This is when you're driving down the highway and you're like, I don't know, middle of nowhere, and there's all these farms and stuff, and you see just random lines of trees. And you're like, why did the farmer plant trees here? It's to help break the wind so that the wind won't carry away all of the soil. Contour farming. This is you're planting parallel to the shape of the land instead of going against it. Terraces, it's basically steps. See more of this in a little bit. Strip cropping, you're alternating between crops, then no crops, then crops again. And then no tilling. Well, again, we'll see this later. It's just what it says. We're not tilling the soil. So for windbreaks, like I said, planting trees to slow the speed of the wind over the soil. So you can kind of see here where they're planting the trees, and then there's the crops. Now there's trees, and then there's more crops. When the wind goes, you can see it over here, it will go up over the trees. So you can't just cut through the trees. And then the stronger winds are held up here, and down here there's the more calm and even winds and stuff, and that's what will help protect the soil from being eroded by the wind. Does this make sense? Yeah? Contour farming. This is a big one. When you plant crops across a hill, instead of planting it against the hill, this prevents soil erosion by water, because if you have a hill, if you have any slant and water is on the top of it, it's going to go down. So we want to find the best way to prevent erosion as much as possible. And this is a great way because instead of going with it and completely taking out all the crops, it kind of blocks it a little bit. Here's a better picture of it. You can kind of see here's a hill sloping down this way, but there's also hills sloping this way. So the contours, they follow the land. Okay? Terracing. You see this a lot in like Asia with their rice plants and stuff. So basically when you're on a hill, when you have a hill, you plant stuff in like steps. So that way it kind of it slows the water down as it goes down the hill. Another example of this is right here. You kind of see here's your hill. You have the slope, and then you have a little dip, and then another slope. So it kind of, as the water goes down, it will kind of puddle up here instead of just going straight down, which is huge in preventing erosion of the soil. Questions on this, or up to here so far? Okay. Strip cropping. This pretty self-explanatory. You plant stuff in strips. So you have corn, and then you have nothing. Then you have more, and then you have nothing. So this kind of You follow the contour lines, kind of break stuff up so that you don't have constant crop after crop after crop. And then no-till. This is a big one. Farmers will go out with their big machines and they will till the soil, which is basically taking the soil from underneath and then it rotates it up and then the stuff on top goes underneath. So it like rotates it. When they do this, you see here's all of here's the dust and the soil and stuff, and then the wind comes and it just takes it away. So when they till, they're aerating it, and all the loose soil that's now on top, it will blow away. And that's a huge issue because after a while, there's going to be so much soil that's just gone. And we can't have that. So now they're kind of like staying away from tilling because they realize they don't need to if it's just going to cause more soil erosion. Questions on the soil notes? No. Okay. I'm going to hand out to you guys a soil profile worksheet. There's colored pencils in the back. You're going to read through this with your lab tables, color it, and then there's questions on the back to answer. If you need help, come ask. This will be due. Hopefully, you guys should be able to get it done by the end of class. I'm going to stop you a little bit early for an exit slit, but if it's not done by the end of class, then it will be homework over break. All right, you guys can go ahead and get with your lab tables.
Yes.
Without my consent?
I have your consent. Yes, I do. There's only a list of like 8 kids in the whole school that have refused to have their picture taken. You're not one of them. I've checked.
Really?
Because we really shouldn't need the books
Oh,
for
I
this.
don't know what's going on. That's a good one.
Yeah, just the colored pencils in the back.
Hey, Kevin.
Also, guys, you don't need to use the colors that are on there. They're really boring. Use bright, fun colors. Use happy colors. I don't care. As long as you make a key at the bottom, it should be fine.
How many colors do you need?
You need 4.
Yeah, it's looks like this. It's 17 questions. It's really short. I consider it to be really easy.
Now it says Core Day Bravo or something like that.
Right. So you ask kids to take
No, she went to say for 12.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
You can see it right there. See? She's recording me right now. What color is
Get your
Because it's the blood drive that I think is really late. Do you want me to email him? Or just,
No, it's fine.
because he'll let you go take your quiz. Today. So, okay. Change? Yeah,
I'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's my bad.
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to remind you because I wanted you to take it before we go to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I just want it done before Thanksgiving.
Bedrock's first. Bedrock, topsoil, subsoil, and soil.
You do this entire thing yellow, and you do that layer, and then this layer. Play it back. So like this is the next round. So like
Yeah, so this is where this rock starts to get weathered, and this down here. Here, they'll start to have the topsoil. That's why it's pretty bad. And here. And then here is where we have the horizon leaves. So you're gonna color each horizon a different color. And it separates it out for you. And then it will be easier. Yeah, so what is this? What, okay, what, this is last horizon, what is in the last horizon?
that's in the first game. Sunday.
Bedrock, right? If you use your notes, it's all in there too. You can label it here, just write like one.
So how were we supposed to, oh, I see.
Okay, and then write it again right here, like right here, you could write bedrock.
That's number 2.
But we're doing this.
Do you know what number 2 is? And video.
This be a good enough answer, right? If I just say bedrock, and then say how quick.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
I want you to describe them, and then now when you go into step B, now you don't have to describe bedrock and other bedrocks. You have to list them, but then you describe a new one. That's the way works really well with stuff.
Yeah.
weathered bedrock.
So what's the difference?
Well, this was the bedrock after it got weathered.
Good. Now
So,
write that down.
okay.
So what happens is the bedrock weathers, and then the weathered bedrock is on top, and that's the weathered bedrock.
Thank you.
Remember that you think about what time you want to sell.
Can I pause this for now?
Yep.
Yeah, if you're done, you can go ahead and turn it in.
That's great, thank you.
Alright, I'm handing out an exit slip for you guys. You can use your notes on it. Turn it in on your way out. Make sure you put your name on the top. No, to see how you guys do. But try. And make sure you put your name on top so I know whose it is. Yeah, you guys can use notes on it. Alright, and then the last 2 minutes are yours. You guys are free to do whatever. Stay in your seats though until the bell rings. Well, you can sit as long as you're in a desk until the bell rings.